Objective is we're going to look at completing Cornell notes with a little assistance. So the topic for today is intentional torts against property. And the central question you're going to answer once you finish is, can you sue someone for borrowing something and not returning it? On this side, I've given you some clues on what you're supposed to take notes on throughout the lesson. And on this side of the column, you're going to complete your note-taking, adding all detailed information. And you're going to just summarize it by answering the question if you can sue someone for borrowing something and not returning it. So have your Cornell notes out and follow along with the PowerPoint. So intentional torts against property. One such is trespass. A trespass is interfering with somebody's real property. If your ball go over the fence into a neighbor's yard and you go into it without permission, that's considered trespassing. If you're on school grounds after hours, that is trespassing. Trespassing can also include you going to the mall if they've asked you not to go to a particular mall because of some activity you've done in the past. When you look at real property, it's land. It also can include things built on the land, such as a storage shed and things that are permanently attached to the land, like your house or a tree. And it even can include whatever might be under the property, such as minerals and oil. Another intentional tort against property is conversion. Conversion is interfering with a person's right to personal property. An example, if you lend your friend your cell phone, if your friend never returns it, your friend has converted your property to his or her own and interfered with your own right to ownership. Another intentional tort against property is nuisance. Nuisance is anything that interferes with the real enjoyment of your property. An example would be loud music or at night, foul odors or fumes coming from a nearby house or nuisances. If a nuisance affects only one person or household, it is a private nuisance. If it affects a lot of people, such as an entire neighborhood, it is a public nuisance. Another intentional tort is disparagement. This consists of lies about object. The lie can be about quality or ownership. For example, if you try to sell your used car, which is in excellent condition, to a friend and someone claims your car is defective, that person has committed disparagement. In court, you must prove you actually lost money as a result of the lie. It either reduced the price that you were going to sell the car for, or you just could not sell the car at all. Now, once you finish giving the information, the definition, and completing the Cornell notes, I want you to research online and give me an example of each one of trespass, conversion, nuisance, disparagement. You can write the article in, or you can highlight the word itself. You right-click, and once you've copied the link off the internet that you're going to use for your resource, so for instance, you find something about nuisance, you copy the link, and then once you take the link, you would highlight nuisance and click on hyperlink, and then paste the link there, and then select OK, and it'll attach that to the document. So once I look at your document, I can click on the nuisance and see the example of what you found online. Once you finish this, we're going to submit it on Schoology. And in your summary, you're going to answer the question, and you're going to reference back to your key terms to prove why you can sue someone if they borrow something and not return it. And the second part of this is critical thinking. You're looking at the actual malice test. You're going to answer the questions after reading the prompt. So the prompt is, suppose you wrote an article for the school newspaper accusing the mayor of your town of corruption. The accusation turns out to be totally false. Can the mayor sue you and possibly your school for defamation? You were given reference to this answer on your Cornell notes on Monday and Tuesday. If so, will the suit be based on slander or libel? Reference back to those definitions and in a complete sentence respond which one it will be. And then thirdly, will the actual malice test be applied by the court? Why or why not? Reference back to malice test and explain why or why it would not in this case. Once you complete it, you'll submit this assignment on Schoolology.